Economic conditions have changed so radically since the pandemic that a lot of legacy businesses have been forced to close. The latest is a 116-year-old metal shop in Berkeley that has become the victim of new technology. And as John Ramos reports, the city will be paying a price for its closing as well.
When the Walter Mork Company closes its doors for the last time, it won't just be the end of a metal shop. It'll be taking a piece of Berkeley's history with it. The business began in 1909, following the San Francisco earthquake, when Walter Mork brought his metal fabrication skills to Berkeley to open his own shop.
My grandfather is this man right here with the balding head.
Fred Mork ended up with the business, having it passed on to him from his father, Walter Jr. But now, as he walks through the cavernous building, he can't see a future, because in a few months, the Walter Mork Company will close down for good.
I would have never been able to predict it 10 years ago. And I feel sorry. I feel sorry for the future generation that don't have the skills, are not interested in this kind of technology and don't want to learn about it.
Computerized fabrication has taken so much business that shops like Fred's just can't make it anymore. Add to that the escalating costs of business, and there just isn't much of a future for the shop's workers. Fred's son-in-law, Berkeley Choate, is vice president and handles most of the business operation.
Just not enough profitable volume of work. It's also very hard to find really good people anymore. Ironically, the more complicated the project, the better he does.
The shop has been producing high-profile metal structures in Berkeley for a century, including an archway that pointed the way to the city's bustling manufacturing district. These days, the shop makes custom architectural features like this beautiful copper roof piece.
Well, you wouldn't be able to build this with the computerized stuff.
So is this something that's kind of disappearing from life these days?
Well, it's harder and harder to get people to do it, for sure.
But there are still some people who appreciate the art of hand craftsmanship. Scott Mitchell has learned to love working with the massive old machines, and on this day was fabricating a plate for the chassis of his motorcycle. Do you ever just buy something, or do you just make everything you need?
It's a lot cheaper to make it. So the parts are expensive, so I'll just make them myself.
But it's not just about the cost. He says there is a satisfaction in making something with your own hands. It's something he learned by working here.
It's the best job I've ever had.
Why is that?
Because of the owner. He's a good guy. He trusts me. That's a nice feature to have. And he lets me use this place on the weekends. So that's awesome.
And that feeling is clearly mutual.
I'm also so proud of people like Scott that do want to learn about it and devote the rest of our lives to learning and perfecting the fabrication techniques that we use right here.
Fred has spent years teaching young people the skills that were passed on by his father and his father before that. In a few months, another piece of Berkeley will pass into history, and though most will never know it, the city will have lost something important.
Over the years, this shop has done metalwork for everything from Chez Panisse to the Alaska Pipeline. When it closes, Fred is hoping that some kind of metalworking business can move in to carry on the tradition.